there, everyone. Welcome to the cottage. I'm Joey, the Veiled Cottage Witch, and welcome to your new moon in Taurus energy reading for the collective. So we got a lot of energy going on, but it's all pretty stable right now. Let's take a moment to be grateful for that. After all the Aries energy that we had going on last month, I'm a little bit grateful for this stable energy we've got because it gives us a solid ground to land on after all that craziness. Am I right? Like, we need to take a breath here before anything chaotic happens again. So, so let's take a moment to be grateful, right? So this is Taurus energy, which corresponds to the Hierophant in tarot. And I gotta be honest, I used to hate this card because I'm a rebel, I'm a heretic, I am not one to conform. And the Hierophant, I used to always see the Hierophant as someone who says, you know, do as I say, and this is the only way, and yada, yada. But now, as I get older, I recognize the Hierophant as a teacher. And to me, being an educator myself, I see the Hierophant as a fellow teacher. So teaching the ways to other people and like passing the wisdom on. So I don't quite see him in that rebellious way that I used to see him in, like, conformity, yuck, you know. I no longer see him that way. And so I can kind of get on board now. So let's talk about it. So the Hierophant's energy is structure, tradition. He acts as a bridge between the divine wisdom and earthly existence. He represents organized belief systems, education, mentorship, and yes, conformity. But conformity to established social norms, right? We have those for a reason, yes. We don't always like them, but those are social constructs, yes. This energy is grounded, stable, and focused on building a secure foundation through shared values, rituals, or conventional knowledge. So that doesn't sound so bad, right? So this is the energy we are living in right now. So tomorrow's date is 5/16/2026. I'll put that numerology up there, which equals out to 22, which comes down to 4, which is the Emperor energy, which is Aries again. But the energy of the Emperor, you got to remember, is that strong, stable, in control, authoritative energy. So these two energies together work together to build a strong, stable future, right? Because you've got boss man and you've got someone telling you, you know, how to toe the line. So we've got this. They work very excellent together in building. So think of that, like you're building a structure within a construct, you know? So this is excellent energy in which to go forth. So this new moon brings this grounding, stable energy, making it the perfect setting for making intentions around financial security, comfort, tangible long-term goals. This is the annual Taurian lunar reset as well. So it encourages practical, slow and steady action to improve your life and to reconnect with your physical senses. So, I mean, I think we've got a pretty good lineup for energy-wise. So, some things to focus on for this new moon. Reassessing your values, right? Conformity, reassessing your values. What matters most and what doesn't? What things you can let go of? Financial planning, self-care. Yeah, very important. You know, deepening relationships. You know, reconnecting with nature, going outside, engaging your senses. And then setting realistic intentions. So some of the crystal allies I have with me are carnelian. I've got my tiger's eye, lapis lazuli, black moonstone for the new moon, emerald, pyrite, little tiny pyrite. But hey, size doesn't matter. Aventurine, rose quartz, and sodalite, and black tourmaline always needs to be with me for the new moon. And I'll be using, because of the Hierophant and his traditional ways, I have my classic Golden Age Tarot, the 1909 edition. I love this deck. It is the classic Rider-Waite, but it is amazing to work with. I just feel like an old gypsy when I play with it. I love it for tradition. And then the Pure Magic for our Oracle, the Pure Magic Oracle. I do love this very much. So for our tarot spread, it's going to be in the shape of a bull because for Taurus. All right. I love my shapes. You know how I am. So we're going to be focusing on where we can be more practical, where we can apply more patience, what requires us to persevere, what our body needs physically, and how we can embody or express our passion. It's all about P's for some reason. I didn't do that on purpose, but for some reason, P is this reading has been sponsored by the letter P. I don't know, like Sesame Street or something, but that is what we're going to work on. And then we're going to pull an oracle card for a message from Spirit. So let's do that. You guys, I love the shuffle on this card. This was a gift from Bobby Fierro over at Wild Raven Tarot. If you're not, that bridge. If you are not following him, what are you doing with your life? Get over there and follow him. He has amazing interviews with some awesome authors and deck creators. Just go follow him. Just do it. I will have that information in the description. But he bought me these and they are not cheap. So just so you know, but I love to shuffle them. They're amazing cards. All right. That was our pile. And that is our pile this time. And that is 1. This is 2. 3. 4. And 5. I wish you guys could smell the incense I have going in my little cauldron. It is opium. It smells so good. I haven't had these out in a while. That's our pile. This is our pile. Sometimes the energy just be flowing. And this is our card. All right. Now I can... Actually, I don't know if I need to back it up or not. I think you might be able to see everything. No, I'll back it up just a little. Okay. I love the faded out colors of these. Ooh, nice. I like this card. All right. So where can we be more practical? We've got the King of Pentacles. Bobby always calls it the sugar daddy card. And he's reversed. So this is, you know, someone who is very, very rich, right? The King of Pentacles is the top heap, you know, talk about money and financial security. He's the top of the top. So where can you be more practical? I would say the message here is to, you know, lower your expectations a little bit, maybe. Start pinching those pennies. If you want to make it big, you're going to have to be more practical on the micro level if you want to make it big on the macro level. If you want to be as rich as this guy, then your daily behaviors should reflect that. So if you'd like to be here, watch your pennies or watch your nickels. Do they do pennies anymore? Yeah. You're not going to get there as long as that king is reversed. Aim higher, and either that or lower your expectations. So that's a more practical, that's the P that this one is practicality. So yeah, either aim lower or start saving up more. Okay, there you go. All right, where can you apply more patience? We've got the 8 of Cups, and this is the card of, you know, walking away, even though everything seems perfect on the outside, doesn't feel right. So you walk away, but you walk away with power. Okay, another P word. So I feel like what this is saying is that maybe don't walk away so fast. Don't give up so quickly. Maybe you need to take a break, but not a complete walk away. You know, this is where you need more patience. So maybe stick it out a little bit. You know, maybe the situation will get better, but you know, have that backup plan just in case. But I feel like things might get a little bit better sticking it out. And because I know that this moon right here is an eclipse, not that we're in an eclipse right now, but in this situation right here that we're talking about, emotions may be running a little high in this situation. And maybe that's why you're thinking, forget it, I'm just walking away. Have patience with yourself. Have patience with your emotions. You could just be having a bad day. Okay? Or maybe, the situation itself is escalating, and maybe give it a couple days. All right. So that is where you can have a little bit more patience. Maybe just let things settle a little bit. All right. What requires us to persevere? This is the Ace of Swords reversed. And this is where I get a little preachy. It's okay. I'm an ordained minister. I'm allowed. This should always be upright. Never should this be like this. Because we have a right to always speak our mind and speak our truth, and to set firm boundaries and when to say yes and when to say no. We should never be in this situation ever, ever. Where can you persevere? Always have your sword raised. That means always say what you mean, stand up for yourself, draw that line in the sand, and be ready to fight for what you believe in, no matter what. Okay, that's I'm gonna do what Bobby says and call my tits, but like, really, none of us should concede to anyone. Upright, always. Yes, because swords are all about communication. Swords are about truth, and society, really. And it should always be upright, ready to speak and stand up for ourselves. Okay, I'm done. All right. What does your body need? Physically, we've got the Death card. So this is a very clear message that we are not taking care of our bodies. And this is for me too. I eat terribly and wonder why I have heartburn all the time. So we need to cut things out of our diet, out of our regular routine that is no longer working for us, and to adopt better behaviors and better eating habits, because we're not going to be here forever. We need to take better care of the vessel that we live in. Yeah? I mean, seriously. I am terrible with candy. Every time I see a convenience store on a road trip, I need candy. It's like somebody with cigarettes. It's the same thing. It's just different. It's totally bad for the body. All the colors and preservatives and sugar, terrible for me. Yet I crave that sugary happiness, serotonin that goes on in my body. I love it, but it does nothing good for me. I need to make better choices. If I want something sweet, I should get fruit. I love fruit. Why do pineapple's amazing, tastes like candy. Grapes are wonderful. Do you see what I'm saying? We need to make better choices with our bodies. Very clear message, right? Okay. That was physical. What does our body need? How can we express or embody our passion? We've got the Page of Cups. And I love this, cracks me up because this is the experimenter. This page is trying new things. This is what we need to do to embody our passion. Try different things. If something is not working, try something else. You know, maybe if you're wearing the same pajamas to bed and your partner doesn't notice, maybe wear something else, something saucy. Hello, right? Maybe, going to the same restaurant and, or ordering in all the time, maybe change it up. Do something different. The Page of Cups is very experimental. He's curious. Maybe if you guys, all you do is talk about your day, talk about something different. There's all kinds of games out there about asking different questions. Talk about something new. Talk about, what's your favorite song? Ask questions that will stir a different conversation. Experiment. Try things outside the box. It works. It shifts the energy. And that's how we can embody that passion. We can change it up, right? I loved this. Awesome. So, message from Spirit, drawing down the sun. Look at that card. It's jumping right at you. This is wildfire, divine masculine, magnificence, witness. I love this because to me, this shines a light on everything, right? But it also propels things into motion. The sun is the planet of success. It enlightens, right? It shines a spotlight on what needs to change, right? And what is it right over? The Ace of Swords that is under, right? But it also shines a light on everything else. Wildfire. It spreads. So if we can get our P's together, if we can get all this together, this is a sign from Spirit that this can propel us forward, right? This can bring us success. So I love that. Magnificence. Love it. So quick recap. How can we be more practical? Either lower our expectations or start really setting financial goals in order to be as successful as that King of Pentacles. Where can we apply more patience? Maybe letting emotions settle before making big decisions like walking away, right? Maybe see how things go, see how the dust settles first. What requires us to persevere? We should always have a right to speak our mind, set our boundaries, let people see our truth. These should never be reversed. We get it, Joey. I know, but I have to keep saying it. All right. What does our body need physically? For us to take better care of it, make better choices, because we're not getting any younger. We can't keep damaging our body. And how can we embody our passion and express our passion? Experiment, try new things, change it up, change the energy, try something new. And the sun will propel us forward on this journey. with its magnificent wildfire. We have to contain it, right? We have to give it a goal and an intention, which we are. That's the only way that it will move forward. And I want to point out something. Remember at the beginning that I was talking about the numerology of tomorrow's date, right? And how it was 4 because it was 22. 22. Just saying. The numbers are talking. This is why I love numerology. You guys, if you do more numerology, you're going to start seeing stuff like this. And that just like, woo, goosebumps. Yeah. I have a good feeling about this reading. I have a good feeling about things for us in the future. And this new moon is going to propel us right for it. With that Emperor energy, backing up the Hierophant energy with the sun, love it. So please give this video a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss my next reading. I have been working on some videos. However, I am in the writing part of my dissertation. Yeah, so that takes a while. I'm just working on my first draft. So I haven't been doing very many videos, but I'll always be here for new moons, full moons, and pagan Sabbath readings. And so please always check me out for those. Please hit up my website at theveiledcottagewitch.com. Please download the app. It makes everything so much easier for you. You can easily book a reading, book a service, book a class that way. You can always shop easier. You can find all my holistic healing products and my ritual and spell aids. Just remember at checkout to punch in the code word, all caps, veiled, to get free shipping. That's only available through this channel. So shh. And just because you made it to the end. So I appreciate that. So don't forget to do that. That'll save you $10.99 on shipping. My gift from me to you. So please don't forget to do that. If you'd like to financially support this channel, you can do so by a couple of different ways. But you can just scan this QR code right here. It's much appreciated, but not necessary. Just live your best life and live for yourself. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.